It has been quite a while. It's been, what, 2 months now? It was, you know, a much needed break. Thank you so much to everyone who was just so sweet and supportive about me taking a break from this channel. If you're new here or if you haven't been around a long time, this is my second channel, and it's not really like, it's just kind of for fun. It's something that I decided to do separate from my main channel. My main channel is my full-time job. This is just for fun. So I just kind of pop in here whenever I feel like it. And so yeah, thank you so much to everyone who was sending me really sweet messages and was like, I miss you, I miss the vlogs, etc, etc. It truly means the world to me. So thank you so much. And yeah, I feel good, I feel refreshed, I feel ready to be back. I thought I would give you a little bit of a life update. You can't tell from where I am at the moment because I just left the nail salon. I got a little orange manicure, and yeah, I'm in Arizona, and we are it's really weird. It's a weird phase of life right now. I'm laughing so I don't cry because things are just kind of all over the place, but we did in fact move back to Arizona a few weeks ago. And I don't want to get too much into it, but there's just some family stuff going on, and if you could just send all of your good thoughts, I would really appreciate it. It would mean a whole lot to me. Yeah, health stuff can come up out of nowhere, and it can just really knock you on your ass and put a lot of things into perspective. So yeah, we are currently in Arizona for the time being. It's likely going to be a temporary situation. We did have to sign a year lease. That's the other funny thing, is we're actually living back in our old house. It was available, and we've obviously, as you know, had a really difficult time finding a place in LA. It was just very hard, and we were also looking outside of LA as well, and it was a good thing that we didn't sign a lease when we did, because there are just things that are calling us home at the moment. However, our LA chapter is not over, and we were both fully aware of that before we even left. In fact, this was it was a weird one. Like, usually when you move, I feel like you're just ready for the next chapter, you're excited, and this one was like more of a, we know that we need to be here at the moment, but this isn't necessarily where we want to be at the moment, if that makes sense. But it is where we should be. And so we are just fully embracing that as much as we can. These Arizona summers are no joke. It has been rough. It's been a rough transition. There's been lots of tears and obviously so much gratitude that we're even able to pick up and move, and we have the flexibility to do that with both of our jobs. And a big part of that is thanks to you guys. I mean, it's just, you all are so wonderful and amazing, and I can't say that enough. Like, I'm just so grateful for all of you and for this job. I mean, it truly is my dream job, and so I couldn't be more appreciative of all of you for just riding with me, you know, hanging out with me and being like, take your time, but also we'll be there to support you when you get back, you know, type of thing. And yeah, I feel like this year I'll probably be popping in and out of this channel, but you can always find me on Instagram. I'm trying to post more on TikTok lately. I'll always be on my main channel, of course. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Also, there's a possibility that we will go back to an idea that actually we had like maybe 3 years ago, where we try to be snowbirds, essentially. We have basically halved our rent by moving back to Arizona, and it seems like maybe an option that is possible is getting like a really small place to have in LA and then like splitting our time between the two. That would obviously be a very ideal situation, a very privileged situation, but one that we are kind of considering and just trying it out for a year and sort of seeing what happens. So we will keep you posted on that. There have been kind of a couple potential options, but renting in LA is just kind of difficult right now. But since we've been thinking about downsizing, that might be a thing. So that may be covered in vlogs in the future, but for now, we're here. It is very likely that we will be back in LA next summer. We're just rolling with the punches, you know? We are 2 people with fully remote jobs and no kids and no mortgage, so we're just fully taking advantage of that, you know? Being able to just bop around and go wherever life calls us at the moment is really huge. And yeah, it was getting to a point with our previous apartment where we just had to go. It was just time to go. As Taylor Swift says, you know in your soul when it's time to go. We loved the neighborhood. We loved our building. We loved our neighbors in our specific building, but the building next to ours, there was just a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to get into it. It's like other people's business, but there was just never ending like stuff. And yeah, we just had to go. And then also our rent, it was literally double what we pay here. And also it was falling apart. There were like cracks in the walls. There was just, you know, it was definitely really, really old and needed some serious TLC. So yeah, it was just time to go, but we will totally live in that neighborhood again someday. It's just time to close the chapter. I think we both had a lot to go on when we lived in that apartment. We lost both of our senior pets, which were such a huge part of our life. I mean, it felt like we lost like our children. Those were the only children we ever knew, so that was a lot. But yeah, the final few weeks in LA were really, really bittersweet. It was so wonderful because we have just so many amazing people in our lives, but it was really chaotic as well because we decided like 2 weeks before we moved that we were doing it. Our current landlord now at this house, which is our old house, sent us the lease, and it was just like boom, 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 get everything in a row, get everything in a line, and get ready to move. So here is a little bit of footage that I took over the last couple, I don't even know how long it's been, a couple months? A month? I'm not sure, but here is some footage from our final days in LA and our first kind of little chapter back in Arizona. Just finished my last day of filming in this room. I will be taking it down soon, but I just had to document this moment because I have had a mentee bee every single time I have filmed in this room for the last 2 years. This is the loudest apartment. I'm right next to a main street, and actually there's a school right there. There are crossing guards that are outside all day. They're yelling to each other from across the street. There are cars driving by all the time, people parking on the street. People walk by that window right there approximately every 4 seconds. Helicopters, there's a fire station right there. I cannot even tell you how many hours of footage I have cut out of videos. And obviously it's not like the neighborhood's fault. We didn't know that when we moved in. We're like, oh, it's a really quiet neighborhood. It wasn't. And I cannot tell you, I mean, I'm sad to leave this neighborhood, but I could not be more grateful to never have to film a video in this room again. It is the worst thing ever. Goodbye. Document for future that it is the day of the move. Like, the movers are currently moving all of our stuff right now, and we have already planned our move back here next year. What are we doing? I mean, we know what we're doing, but we already know we're coming back. Do you want to come back next year?
I'm gonna come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't want to leave. So, LA, we will be back soon. Goodbye, office. I filmed so many YouTube videos in here. And it overlooked the patio where Layla used to sit and enjoy her sunshine. Goodbye to our beautiful kitchen that we loved so much. So many Trader Joe's hauls filmed right here. Farmer's market. We had a good time decorating and cooking in here. Goodbye to our bedroom. Hated this bedroom. Nothing good to say about it here. This bedroom was terrible. Faced the worst possible building you could ever imagine. I'm saying that with my whole chest. I hate all of you. My beautiful bathtub that I loved so much, but the world's worst shower. It was so claustrophobic, and there were bugs and larvae all in the tiles, and like I killed 11 to 15 bugs every time I took a shower. But it was, you know, it was ours. We made it work. I will miss that though, very much. Drew's office slash our second bedroom, which I didn't really film in here that much. Kind of hated this one too. There was like 2 outlets in the entire room, or maybe 3, just kidding.
One in the closet too.
Oh yeah, perfect. There was one in the closet. I forgot about that. Just really uneven floors. I'm actually walking on a tilt right now, but you can't tell. And it was, again, facing the worst building ever. And then our living room, almost empty, almost time to go. So yeah, I'm sure that I've missed a lot. I kind of want to keep this short and sweet because I don't know. I'm in a chapter right now where I'm sure a lot of you can relate. I just don't feel like divulging everything online anymore. I think everything has changed on the internet, and that's perfectly fine. And as the landscape of being online changes, I change a little bit. I evolve a little bit. And I used to share every detail about my life online. I think everyone did. And yeah, I'm just feeling like I value my privacy a little bit more now, and it's nothing against you guys at all. It's just how I'm personally feeling. So I did mention in a community post that vlogging was giving me the ick, and that I think upset a few people. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to say that like the job of vlogging is giving me the ick. I mean like the thought of me pulling out my camera and like giving every detail about my personal life. I mean, I think most people got it, but yeah, I just never want to come across the wrong way. So just wanted to clear that up. But yeah, I'm feeling like I really miss vlogging, and maybe we will do some more like abbreviated vlogs, or who knows, maybe we'll jump back into it full time. But I'm just gonna give myself the space to pop in and out, and maybe we'll do some Trader Joe's hauls. The house is like, we've already fully moved, fully unpacked. Everything is like pretty much exactly the way it was when you last saw it, which is kind of funny. We have a ton more space, so we're gonna really try not to like hoard a bunch of stuff over the next year in case we do end up going back to California, which is very, very likely. All of our friends and family know that. A lot of them are also like, we want to get out of Arizona, it's so hot, you know. But anyways, so yeah, that is currently where we're at. That is the update, that is the tea. I'm actually on my way right now to go get lunch with my mom, which is so great because, you know, wasn't able to do that a few weeks ago. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted with what the future plans are, but things are all kind of up in the air, and we had maybe thought that when we had made this decision that everything was just gonna be perfectly clear. I was gonna have so much clarity, Drew was gonna have so much clarity, we were gonna be like, ah, this is the answer we were looking for. Unfortunately, that has not happened. We feel even more confused. We just, I don't know, it's weird being in a place and not feeling like that's where you really want to be at the moment, but it's very clear that it's where you should be, you know? So we're just embracing that, and we have spent so much time with family and friends over the last few weeks. It has been incredible, and that's just priceless, you know? I wouldn't trade that for the world. So that's been really great. There's gonna be some stuff coming up that I really need to be here for, family-wise, so it's gonna be fine. And we're just rolling with the punches, you know? That's life, I guess. And how cool that we're able to do this. Like what an insane privilege, as I said, that we're able to just up and move and do this and pop from one state to the next and back and then go back again. And I will say, a lot of people on the internet have like a really hard time with me moving so much. They don't like it. It's just something that I've done my whole life. It's just what I'm used to. Drew really enjoys popping around from place to place, and so you can just come to expect that at this point. I think moving is just part of my brand. I feel like we've moved every 2 years for the last like 4 years, and then before that it was like every year. So, you know, it just is what it is. That's part of who I am as a person. I just move a lot, and you know, I'm taking you along for the journey. Although this, with the move happening and everything just like changing all at once, I was like, you know what, I need to just focus on the actual move itself instead of like documenting the whole thing, because I don't know if people talk about this a lot, but moving content does really well on YouTube. Like, people love moving content. You can really get a lot of success when it comes to filming that. I just knew that I wasn't in the right headspace to do that, and I just needed to focus on, you know, what we were doing with our lives and getting everything in order. And yeah, So sorry I didn't show any of the moving process, but it's okay. There will be others. There will be others. But yeah, that's currently where we're at. I kind of just wanted to give you a little chit chat update video. I will resume more vlogs soon, but for now I just kind of wanted to bookmark this here because my last video on this channel was like a house tour video, and you know, that just sort of was left open-ended. So unfortunately we did not get any of those places in Southern California, but we do have our place back here in Arizona now, so that's really great. And yeah, lots of changes, lots of things. I know you guys get it, and I know a lot of you guys are also in seasons of life where things are just moving and changing and it's like all over the place. But yeah, I am fully embracing this chapter of uncertainty, honestly. Like, that's all you can do, you know? So I just want to say a big thanks again for being here and for hanging out with me and for understanding and for just being the best, like truly the best. I feel so lucky to have you guys in my life, and every time I meet someone in public, like I met someone at Target here recently, I met people at Disneyland right before I left, like it just means the world to me, and I'm like, you guys are all so cool. Like every time I meet one of you, I'm like, yeah, we would definitely be best friends. So it just means a lot, and thank you again so much. I am gonna go meet my mom for lunch, and we will be back with a vlog soon. Not sure what that's gonna look like, but on to the next chapter. Love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.